Good morning. Let me just test to make sure where my volume is. That should be good. How's everyone doing? I hope you had a nice weekend. Yes. I just want to move this. I've already spilled things twice this morning. I don't see a lid. So I'll move it over here out of the way. Well, thank you for coming to the Eye of Horus series. I do have a guest coming today, and I'm sure you all know who she is, or have at least heard of who she is. We're going to have Mary Magdalene come today. And after we talk a little bit. So let me say hello to those who are here. And then we'll set the energy. How's that? Oh, Chase, I'm so sorry you don't feel well. We'll send you healing light. And I'm sure just listening to Mary Magdalene will be very healing for you. Oh, glad for mentioning. I wasn't aware. Haven't had the TV on that much this weekend that there's fires in Alberta. So we can all send prayers and for the animals and the people that are experiencing loss, whatever. Yeah. Good morning, Carol. Yes, we're going to have a great discussion today. And Barbara Ward is saying, thanks. Yeah, she's in Ontario, but she knows the fires are really bad in Alberta. All right, and Julie Johnson, thank you for coming. And hope the fire is out soon. She's from Central California. And fire is our middle name. Well, hopefully there's been enough rain in California in that area to not be fires. Maybe it went north. I don't know. Mother is trying to resolve issues in the world, and she's doing whatever she has to do. So humanity isn't always happy with it, but we can certainly bless those that get affected and hope that they find their way. And Julie says, feel better soon, Chase. Since you're only listening, I'll tell you what she's saying. And so we'll go on from here. So I've already placed and asked for the tube of light for everyone and called in the Gautama Buddha and his blue protective flame, 4 inches thick around that and around our experience. As we call in Mother and Father to come deep within our hearts. And to just breathe for a moment, knowing of all that light held deep within inside you. Good. All right. And we'll welcome all the phylums of the angels and all the ascended masters. And today we're going to ask for the power of the Eye of Horus to have an ability to have great perception and clarity that perhaps you might not have had before. for while we're here on the phone. And so all those in the universe who are of light and walking their path in light are welcome to come and to be with us. So I want to talk about Mary Magdalene first for a moment. And what most of us don't really ever think about her is her transformation. That where she once existed, and then upon meeting Jesus, became another person and found God inside her heart. And there's a few other things that she did find also was about herself. So I think the message she wants to bring to you today is about God's forgiveness. You have to understand that God's already forgiven everyone. It's within our journey of how we are healing ourselves that the option that you might have the perception of still a need to forgive or to let go instead of just being at peace with yourself. So I'll let her do her talking about that, but such a powerful subject, I think, as a woman, I guess, or a male, we could say, because the divine feminine does still exist within the left side of the male. And sometimes there are no mistakes, I want to say. All things are purposeful for whatever it is that in that moment you have to learn, for whatever it is that you need to love instead, whether it's about you, around you, or of you. It doesn't matter. And it's such a release on so many levels when you can get the understanding of that truth. Oh, jeez, he's sawing upstairs. And you can understand that. So if it's hard to hear me, just let me know. I can turn mine up a little bit. Sounded like a cat whining. So I'm sure no matter who we are, we all remember that feeling of not feeling good about ourselves, about whatever it may have been, even the smallest lie. And what that does is create a separation, and then it exists on the subconscious, and they start to gather together because they're lost. And we want that to stop. We want that we can feel free and in acceptance and have an understanding of, I think the observer is the most important piece here. You want to observe the life and why it's happening the way it is and make different choices. It's all about different choices. All right? And welcome, Kathy Marino, to our morning. So I'm going to get prepared and I'm going to bring Mary Magdalene in instead of me doing the talking. How's that? And hopefully his knocking and hammering doesn't get too loud. Wonderful. Good morning to you, sisters of light. And if there are any gentlemen, welcome to you also. For it is not that often I get to come forward and share my heart. And for many of you, it's been a very long time since we have sat as sisters, since we have worked as sisters, since we have loved God as sisters. For there's been many times in the passing of the here and now that we have had the looks within the eye and we could feel the love within our hearts. And the profoundness would take us to a gasp within our breath. So on this day I am honored to come and to once again rekindle that which we remember from deep within our heart. I think of times when I had long walks in the desert, and there are those of you who stood that walk with me. And what held us from one spot to another, and then again from another spot to another, was the beautiful radiance of Jesus and the desire to want to discover that from within ourselves. It wasn't that we wanted his, we wanted to discover our own. We wanted to be the radiance of that love, of that peace, of that harmony. And the first thing, my dear sweet sisters, I learned is that I must forgive me for believing anything less than the truth, for believing that which had been yelled and mocked at me many times, for those who were jealous, of course, in one way, and yet angered in another way. So it is again on this day I offer you this place within your subconscious to release the rage at yourself, to release the fear of not being loved, not being accepted, of being banished, whatever it may have been. I'll let any other words come that are necessary for those sisters who are sitting here with me. And for the punishment towards the self, let's say. So let's begin to pull out the knives from the back of the heart, for it is the self-betrayal, the self-punishment that is so every day coming up in front of you. You may now give it to other people for the reason, but truly the original reason lies from within you. Your first thoughts of judgment, of separation, let them go. Let's together all let them go again now. Become the water of life. Let it become with all your might. Freedom in the wind that blows. Laughter you hear and begin to glow. Set it free, set it free, set it free and be. Let it know who you are. Set it free, set it free, set it free. Holy, 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 oh, you are holy. Let it be, let it grow. Allow the light to grow. Allow the love to fill you. Allow the love to be with you. Allow the love to be all there is. Walk in the light, walk in the light. See the eye of God before you. See the eye of God before you. Follow His love, follow His love, follow His love. Take a breath and breathe. Let it go. Let it be. Sisters, sisters, as we are one and all, let your smile become a smile of all. And now the Hathors come. Someplace, somewhere, in the day, the night, you see, God is waiting here for we. Step by step, we move forward. Step by step, we feel our heart. Step by step, in love we move. Step by step, from me to from me. May there be a shiver that moves through all who listen to me. Again, woof, another shiver of light setting you free. Choice, you see, is at the tip of our tongue, our thought, our movement, vibration, however all is done. It is us, you see, who make and decide. It is us who set us free, or do otherwise decide. So now here we are, so far from where we began. Let's anchor ourselves down into our body to begin again. Begin from a heart that is filled with the love. Begin with a heart that follows the light of God's eyes upon you, knowing He sees and watches you every moment of every day. Know that His love embraces you in all and every way. Lift your heart, you see, to observe, observe, observe. Thank you, Annie. Hello, Sharon Sipe and Carrie, the world traveler. Let me see who I missed in our little journey here. Okay. You may want to go back and listen. That was so beautiful in her sharing about her perfection and her union with everyone. Yes, it was beautiful. So, can some of you share how that may have made you feel? And I hope, Chase, as you're listening, that brought profound awareness for you and those shivers and chills as they move through you deep within. I hope they have you become feeling of where again to begin. Haven't seen you for a while, Sharon Sipe. Ah, very good, very good. It's almost like we can see a mountain and how it would be for us to go to begin even to climb it and to realize how much they walked and moved everywhere in such heat and how hard it is for us today sometimes to walk in the sand upon the beach. And yet that's how they lived. It's how they moved. And yet it felt like there were maybe some spots that were sadness. Her voice was certainly about evolving and transforming it into a greater place of heightened awareness. All right. Has everyone been able to come back into the room? going to send some cool energy to Alberta. Not so much that it will be felt as cold, but a cooling energy for the heat and the pressure. That's an ignition. So we'll start it and hold it there at that place of ignition. And bring it that which we learned in forgiveness today. And Barbara says, thank you, Mother TheoSophia. That singing touched my soul, yet it is felt transformational. You know, when I first began to sing the light, it was Mary Magdalene, and I was Mary of Bethany, and how we had sang together came. And during whatever they did for healing, those type of things, they sat and sang, which brought, like you're feeling, a great comfort and a transition from where are being said. There weren't doctors and emergency rooms like there were here. It was within the hands that healed on the feet and the singing of the sound that lifted one's heart from one place to another. So it's a very profound awareness to have her visit and to know that we are all one. So somewhere within all of us, as all of them, all of these beings still exist within us. It still gives us opportunity to learn that from how they transformed and lived. And you're welcome, Kathy Marino. And I'm so thrilled that she came today. I'm sure she'll come again as our doorway is getting clearer and more inviting to others. I'm sure you all have, if you think about it, many questions for her. So, yes. So tomorrow will be our message day. Still always more things to want to learn, correct? And I hope you all have a wonderful day today. And perhaps they can let rain come to Alberta. We'll ask Mother, Father, if that's possible. For we never want to ask for more than anything to be against any will of that which is set forward. But if it is possible, perhaps it is time that it can stop and let the rain flow and let the embers cool. So let's say our mantra here at the end. Thank you, Julie Johnson. She enjoyed my singing. I am the soul. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. And may the many blessings that we still await to awaken of our connection to Father and Mother and the Eye of Horus still welcome us and come to us and support us in showing our way forward and within. For while we seem to be living on a journey in the outer world, we are on a very important journey in the inner world. And it is to transform and illuminate into love. So, many blessings. So glad you came and joined me. I will be back tomorrow at 11. And God bless everybody.